This is the J&Z line, part of BMT's Nassau Street Line. The current fleet for this line is R143, R160s, and temporarily R32s, while the R179 is undergoing repairs. The JZ starts off from Broad Street in Lower Manhattan. Then the next stop is Fulton Street, where the AC 2, 3, 4, and 5 trains meet. The next stop is the most unpopular station in the system, known as Chambers Street, which is finally the station is undergoing remodeling, plus adding new elevators to the station. This is also where the 4, 5, and 6 trains meet below. The next stop after that is Canal Street, where the NQ, RW, and 6 trains meet. The J&Z continues through another near-abandoned station known as Bowery. Next up after that is Exeter Street, where the Orange M joins in, and you can see the abandoned streetcar on the far right of the station. Then the JZ crosses over the Williamsburg Bridge till it reaches Marcy Avenue. Now during rush hours or mid-construction, the J train skips Hill Street, Walnut Street, and Flushing Avenue, making a stop at Mill Avenue Broadway, and vice versa. The J&Z continues along the streets of Broadway till it reaches Broadway Junction, where the A, C, and L meet. The J leaves Broadway and enters Alabama Avenue, a nice view of an abandoned express track above and East New York Depot below. The J now travels along Jamaica Avenue, making important stops like William Boulevard to meet with the Q52, Q53 select bus service, and express buses to Midtown, and 111th Street to transfer to the Q10 bus to JFK Airport or Kew Gardens. Usually the J&Z will continue to Jamaica Avenue above ground, but that area was demolished. The J&Z now travel underground along the Archer Avenue line. Next to last up from that will be the Sutton Boulevard JFK station, where the E meet up, along with Long Island Railroad and L train. And finally Jamaica Center. This is the last stop for now. Since the station after that, the tunnel goes further up. It's supposed to be planned, but it's a long story. I'll cover that another time. Now the J train is basically a workhorse of Lower Manhattan and eastern part of Brooklyn. The timing is sometimes iffy during non-rush hours, but when it comes to rush hours, these trains will come marching down for Jamaica Center, or East New York Yard. The J&Z has a skip stop service as well. Mostly, I've rarely seen the Z in action. Usually it skip stops to Sutton Boulevard or Marcy Avenue. I'm not really sure because I rarely see the Z. Sometimes even the Z becomes the J. Sometimes the J can be an issue if weekend construction is involved. Now in my opinion, the J is doing a good job without the Z in a way, since the only expressway is between Marcy Avenue and Myrtle Avenue. Now I think the Z should be rerouted. Well, to reroute, you ask? Well, back to the West End line with the D train when the Brown End was in service during rush hours to Bay Parkway. Send that Z there, and then I guess you could go from Broad Street to Metropolitan Avenue from there. Have his own line. It could be efficient and everything. By the way, speaking of possible connections, keep an eye out on a new series I'm developing. Chambers Street Station is one of them. Overall, the J train is doing just fine without the Z train. Just put a dime on the J train and it's good to go. While the Z should have its own line as a shadow of the Brown M. This line gets a 4 out of 5. For one, this line once had all 42s. And strangely enough, long but quick travel to Jamaica through Brooklyn. So the J train's not bad. It could be crowded sometimes during rush hours. It gets confusing if you don't know where you're going, but it's not a bad ride. It's not bad. So pretty quick review because really, as I said before in the last review, there's a lot of good history between these lines, but I am creating a series that focus on the history of the lines. That way it'll be more easier, because if I do a history of this line, of the subway line, with the review, then this video will be pretty long. And like I said before, I'm not in the business of producing videos over 10 minutes, if I can help it. Now, if you have anything to add or any knowledge of the J and Z trains, you could, or any more ideas where the Z train should go, you can feel free to comment below. And I'm interested in what you guys have to say. But until then, this is Shadow signing off. See you in the next review.
Hi, this is Coco, and thank you for visiting us at Shadow Production. If you like what you saw, click on any of these videos for more content. See you next time.